we're just random selection here. Let me get your file. Ms. Heath, I'm Judge Middleton. Also with me is the Chief Public Defender for St. Joseph County, Mr. Keith Stickley. You're charged with some felony offenses. Let me tell you what they are. Then I'll let you talk to Mr. Stickley for a minute privately, and then we'll talk about what your bond is going to be.
Okay.
The complaint, as it was amended, alleges that you reside in Howe, and they alleged that on April 14th, you did obstruct justice to use your cell phone to coordinate with co-defendant John Heath, who was actively fleeing law enforcement during a high-speed chase, and to pick him up with a getaway vehicle. That's a felony punishable by up to 5 years imprisonment and a $10,000 fine. They also charge you with felonious assault for allegedly using a Chevy Tahoe to assault Marshall Shears. That's called felonious assault. That's punishable by up to 4 years imprisonment and a fine of up to $2,000. Count 3 alleges fleeing, eluding a police officer in the 4th degree, which is a 2-year felony. I believe this chase actually started in Indiana and came into Michigan. Count 4 is child abuse in the 4th degree. They allege that you had a child in the car during this fleeing, eluding, and chase. And they charge you as a 4th habitual offender, alleging several previous offenses. So the upshot of that, I think the maximum punishment for this as a 4th offender could be up to life offense. Mr. Stickley is the Chief Public Defender, and I'm going to talk with you just a minute about what to set your bond at. I'm also going to appoint an attorney for you and set it for a preliminary examination and a pre-exam conference. But right now, I'm going to let you talk privately with the public defender, and then I'll wait till you guys come back. All right, Ms. Heath, we'll return to this. We're returning to a bail and charge arraignment on Amanda Heath. I stated the charges on the record here just a few moments ago. I don't completely understand everything. This allegedly occurred on April 14th of 2024. The warrant wasn't filed until September 27th by the prosecutor's office. 5 months later, and the defendant was arrested on October 11th. Ms. Heath, where were you arrested?
My house. The officer followed my son, and then my son had called me and said, "Mom, there's a cop out here," so I went out there and he arrested me.
All right, do you still live on US 12?
No, I live in Indiana.
All right. All right, I don't want to put that address on the record, but what town do you live in?
LaGrange. Or how, yeah, LaGrange, sorry. It's LaGrange.
Are you on probation or anything in LaGrange County?
No. I have already hired an attorney.
All right. Who's that?
Jay Felt.
All right. Are you employed?
We own our own business. It's a trucking company. We haul frames to like cruiser and stuff. I've been clean since 2018. I went to rehab and everything. I mean, I've been trying to do the right thing. I just need to keep my brother away.
John is your brother?
Yes.
All right. Where does he live?
In Calhoun County Jail right now.
Well, he's at our jail right now.
He's here.
Yes.
Oh.
Mr. Stickley, you have any input?
So, Your Honor, in terms of bond, she is requesting the bond set low, fair and equitable. She is part of she has an interest in a business. So she is employed. It is true that she lives in Howe, Indiana. That obviously can be a little bit of a negative factor. But she does assure the court that if released, she'd comply with the bond conditions. I saw the praxis prepared by Community Corrections Services. She comes out at about a 4, which is, I believe, a release with conditions. We would ask that the court consider following that. It might be appropriate if she is released to have her integrate with Community Corrections and stay in touch and check in. And I'm sure she promises to obey with any other bond conditions the court imposes against her. We'd be asking for, if a PR bond wasn't appropriate, perhaps maybe a $10,000 cash surety bond.
All right. The charges are very serious. And I'm not sure what all went into a 5-month delay in charging it. Maybe they had to compile the Indiana police reports or the Michigan police reports. But the affidavit reads bad. And if your brother put you in that, I mean, it reads real bad. And apparently they never caught up with you that night. So maybe you guys thought this was over with. Wow, the officer submitted it on May 16th. Eesh. And it didn't get authorized by the prosecutor until September. So I'm not sure what all was going on here, but it was submitted by the officer on the 16th of May. So, yee. All right, I'm gonna set bond at $2,500 cash or surety.
Thank you.
You may reside in Indiana. No drugs and no alcohol. No contact with John Heath. Allegedly, he's the one that got you in this position where you could potentially go to prison.
Yes.
He would face his own music. Your middle name is Marie.
Yes.
Who arrested you? A LaGrange County officer?
Yeah.
How many children are in your home?
2.
What's the name of your business?
It's Health Trucking.
What's it called?
Health Trucking?
HEALTH?
No, it's HELF and then TRUCKING.
All right, the worst thing you could do is take off on this. You need to face this and address it. As I said, apparently wasn't much urgency. They waited 5 months to authorize it, and then it got served shortly thereafter that. You're not on probation or parole in Indiana, correct?
Correct.
Or Michigan?
No, nowhere.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and appoint a lawyer for you. Well, have you already paid Mr. Felt?
Yes.
All right, and I won't. All right, that also shows good faith. I'm gonna set a pre-exam conference for November 12th at 8:30. I'm gonna set a preliminary examination for November 19th at 1 o'clock. I felt a cash or surety bond is appropriate because of the several factors. You live in Indiana. The facts are bad: fleeing, looting, swerving at a police officer, having a child in the car, arranging on this ill-fated getaway plan of your brother's. So I didn't set it very high, assuming that you'll be able to post it. If you do post it, your next court hearing is November 12th at 8:30, and we'll await the appearance of Mr. Felt. Do you have any questions?
Does that mean cash or surety? Does that mean $2,500 cash? Right?
No, you can post it with a bonding company for substantially less than that. You can
Okay.
post 2,500 cash if you have it, but you can also post it with a bonding company for substantially less than that.
Okay, thank you.
Let me recap your bond conditions. No drugs and no alcohol, no contact with John Heath, no weapons, and no assaultive behavior. No
Okay.
drugs, no alcohol. Marijuana is not legal in Indiana, so that's included in this as well. All right.
Okay.
I will see you on the 12th of November.
Thank you.